Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to interview my friend and fellow coin dealer Skip out at the Dakota Flea Market, and we're going to talk about $40 silver. As many of you know, silver crossed over a pretty big milestone on Friday, August 28th during trading where it crossed over $40 per ounce. We haven't seen that price for over 14 years. Skip and I are going to discuss what that means, what customers are saying, how that's impacted traffic, and where we see it going from here. We got a fun video with a lot of great knowledge. Be sure to stick around. Hey everybody, we're out here at the Dakota Flea Market with my friend Skip, and we're going to talk silver today. How are you doing, Skip?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Great. Today, Skip, I thought we could talk about the fact that silver crossed over $40 an ounce on Friday. While the market was still open, it did close a bit behind there. And that's the first time in over 14 years that we've seen a silver spot price that high. What has that done for traffic in the shop, if anything? I know it was the part of one day, but what have you heard from customers while you're out here at the flea market selling silver? Does it seem like there's increased excitement?
The people wanting to sell. So
yeah.
You've got that side of it.
Yep.
I can't remember if it was you I talked to or some other folks that a while back we talked about $40 silver, and I said if we can get $40 silver and hold at the end of the market day, and then for a few days, and then it's going to be Katie bar the door at that point to continue to go up. But it's just like everything else. You don't ever know how this is all going to run, but all the indications is that we are using more silver and buying more silver than we're producing.
Yep.
And at these high prices, it would indicate that the prices are going to go higher. Okay. Now, is that absolutely a lock? Nothing is in this day and age. But logically, that's where we're at right now. Is demand is increasing, and supply is not increasing as fast, and that's just where we're at.
Yep.
So,
let me ask you about, you mentioned you've seen an uptick in people wanting to sell, and I've seen the same thing in my own shop, and I think shops across the country have seen similar things happening. What are people selling back to you, primarily? If you had to pick out 3 items, what are the top 3 things that people are selling back to you to get some cash?
Generic silver. So
okay, so like silver rounds?
Yeah, rounds and 10-ounce bars, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, some of the most popular things to stack. So you're not seeing much with government-issued silver?
Not too much.
How about gold?
Not too much.
Okay. Yeah, I see similar things. We're in a very silver-heavy market right now. Demand, I would say, has weakened a little bit on people wanting to buy because of the high price, but the high spot price. But those who are paying attention realize that it's low premium, very low premium right now to buy most any silver pieces. So that is really spurred on, those that have the means to purchase more.
Yeah. So, and because retail's slowing up a little bit doesn't mean that corporate demand and industrial demand has slowed up, because it is not.
Right.
So, and that's really where the most money probably is, right? So if you got that money chasing even at these higher prices because they need the material, you got to remember that all these things they talk about, whether it's updating the grid and electric vehicles and data centers and all that, need silver. So, and I'm not so sure that we don't see, because with gold, we're seeing banks and sovereign nations hanging on to gold and adding to their gold stashes. I would imagine they might be doing some silver too, and I don't see any numbers. I personally haven't seen numbers on that. But on the gold side, a lot of nations used to keep excess money in U.S. treasuries, but we've gotten to be a little bit of a bully over the years where if you make us mad, then we decide we tie up your money that's in all these places.
Right.
Well, if you have gold in your own bank in your own country, a bully can't come get it, right? So there's some of that going on, and and that's helping gold price of gold too. You know?
Right. Yeah,
So-
absolutely. Yeah, and you brought up countries buying gold. There are some countries recently that have added to their silver stockpiles. That includes Russia, China, India, Saudi Arabia. So countries are stockpiling the other precious metal, silver as well. So, and I'm not asking for predictions, but you had already kind of said if we can hit $40 an ounce spot price, hold it for a few days, boy, it really could take off. And I truly feel that way too. Granted, it's just our opinions, right? So,
All right. But it's like it's making a new base is what you're doing.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so our base here has been about probably 37 to 38. It'll pull back a little and then run forward. So we get over 40 and stay there. We could probably have a new base at 39 or 40, and maybe even above 40. And as you make new bases, you just keep trucking.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, I think all bets will be off. Now, when that happens, we just got done talking about now how we're currently seeing, maybe more sellers than buyers at current price and premiums. Do you
Right.
think once it passes 40, are you going to see a shift in that at all? What's your thought on that?
That's a really good question. I have no way of trying to figure out the psyche of the buyer into the future. I mean, I just don't. It could go either way. It could scare people off more, or all of a sudden you say, I'm going to miss out, and I better buy some.
Yeah.
It could go either way.
Well, let me ask you this, because you were in the business during this. The last time silver was this high was in 2011. In 2011, on its way to nearly $50 an ounce, I think its peak was April 30th of 2011. So you were in the business then. Now I know there were an increase probably in sellers as it's approaching 50, but I also have heard from others there was an increase in buyers. There was just a lot of activity, a lot of movement both directions.
Right.
Was that your experience back then in 2011?
Yeah, and again, political and global circumstances were quite a bit different at that time. Okay, so we just gone through the housing crisis and all that stuff. So there was other outside influences. I mean, there always is. You just can't hardly equate one run to the other one. So I was also around, by the way, in the first time silver hit $50 in the early 80s. So
I was only a few years old, so I don't have much recollection of that. So
we were buying cans of 90% silver and hauling it east as fast as we could to get the money to come back and buy more.
Okay, so meaning a lot of it got melted or sent off to refiners at that point.
So and I was talking to somebody the other day, and another thing we got. So we've had two big runs in silver in the 80s and 2011. So Grandma's silver is gone, right? The big coffee pot, silver coffee pot for the 25th anniversary is gone.
Yeah.
All the hoards, not all the hoards, but a lot of the big hoards of 90% and coinage that could be melted has come in and been melted or bought and hoarded. So we don't have a backstock of Grandma's goodies anymore. So as prices go up, it's hard for new stuff to come back in, or old stuff, I should say, to come back into the market
Right.
to offset. So there's so many variables, it's just crazy. That's what makes it fun.
Absolutely, it's that not knowing what it's going to be like tomorrow that keeps us coming back each day, right?
Exactly.
Well, Skip, I think I'm going to wrap that up there. I appreciate you talking about silver, and I think we're in for a wild ride. We'll see how the year finishes out, but I think either way, got a great thing going here. Products moving both back and forth in your shop out in Stanley, North Dakota, and I'll put Skip's contact info in the video description here if you want to get a hold of Skip out in Stanley and check out his shop. It's a great shop. Oh, and lastly, we'll hold this up here. This is the Minot Coin Club coin show. Try to get it in focus. There we go. You can pause it and okay, but anyway, that's coming up here in a little over a month. Skip's going to be out there, myself will be out there, and we'll have about 12 other dealers from the region. We put on a great show in Minot, so if you're in the area, be sure to check it out, and you can see Skip in person.
Yeah, come and see us. The mean old show director puts us on opposite ends of the building, so.
That's me. It's because we each take up an entire wall, so we got to spread out. So
We bring stuff.
co-opetition. All right. Well, thank you, Skip. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You bet.